In linguistics, it's essential to understand the difference between language, tongue, speech, and dialect, as these concepts describe different ways in which humans communicate. In this video, I'll explain each of them, how they relate to one another, and provide examples to help you understand them better. Language is the universal human capacity to communicate through signs and symbols. It allows us to process, transmit, and understand information, as well as express ideas, thoughts, and emotions. This capacity is related to the development of the brain and speech organs. Some animal species also possess communication systems, such as chimpanzees and dolphins, although not as complex as human language. Tongue is the oral, written, and gestural communication system of a community or social group that occupies a specific geographical space. It is a social and historical manifestation of a natural ability, the ability to communicate through words, exclusive to human beings. Each linguistic group or community determines the meaning, sense, and structure of its language without any need for a relationship with words and objects. That is why language is said to be arbitrary. It is a structured system of a set of rules, with a grammar, syntax, and vocabulary shared by a group. It can be oral, written, or gestural. Examples of tongue. These are examples of languages: Spanish, French, German, English, Arabic, etc. Speech is the individual and concrete use that a person makes of language. Through speech, it is possible to identify the geographic region, social class, educational level, age, and context in which the speaker finds themselves. The characteristics of speech constitute the individual expression of language and represent the direct way in which human beings communicate. While it is part of language, the collective variation of speech can modify certain aspects of it over time. Speech is determined by multiple factors, such as personal characteristics, age, social status, education, family ties, as well as cultural, geographic, and historical factors. Furthermore, it can be affected by the context or communicative situation, adapting according to the formality and the environment. There are different registers of speech, including colloquial, used with family or friends; formal, used at work or in institutional situations; literary, present in recitals, lectures, or written texts. For example, our language is Spanish, but at least in Latin America, there are different forms of speech. Dialect is a regional or social variant of a language that exhibits differences in pronunciation, vocabulary, or grammar. Although these differences exist, dialects still belong to the same language and generally allow communication among their speakers. Dictators also function as a factor of cultural and social identity, as they allow speakers to identify with the interests, values, and customs of a specific group or community. Characteristics of a dialect: it exhibits variations in pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammatical structure. It develops according to geographic, social, and cultural factors. It reflects the richness and diversity of a language by adapting to different cultural and regional contexts. It allows one to identify their origin or membership in a linguistic community. Example, in Colombia specifically, we see different dialects depending on the geographical area, the social conditions of the place, and even the ancestral languages spoken by the people.